everyone, it's Reina, and about 2 years ago I reviewed these three guys here. And if you don't remember that, there will be a link in the description, but this is Build It, SpongeBob, Patrick, and Squidward, and they are knockoff Lego buildable figures. They came in eggs like this. For whatever reason, they put them in eggs. But now, I have acquired something a little different, emphasis on the a little part, because it's a smaller version. It's smaller versions of all three of them, in fact. These are Build It SpongeBob, Build It Patrick, and Build It Squidward. Exact same names as the bigger ones, except they are smaller and they come in these bags here. I think these look even worse than the big ones, except maybe Patrick. I think he actually looks a little better, but that headpiece is very unfortunate, to say the least. But yeah, we'll have to open these up and see for ourselves, so let's just get into it. So the original three, the big three, were at Five Below for $5 each. I found these three on eBay for $13 for all three of them, so a little less money. I don't know if you can find them in stores anywhere for cheaper. $13 on eBay I guess isn't terrible, but we'll have to open them up and see if it's really worth it. I feel like the answer is going to be probably not. It's probably not worth it. Oh, I was going to use scissors, but it looks like there's actually a small tear here. Here we just have literally one bag. This is so small. And apparently there's stickers this time around. There were not stickers. The old ones had prints. This is a huge downgrade. I hate stickers. I guess we'll get building here in a second. Let's open up the instructions, see what we have to work with. Alright, that's it. Very small instruction booklet, so I'm going to time-lapse this build, but it's probably only going to take like 10 seconds because it's pretty small. And now we have SpongeBob built. That literally took like 5 minutes, and it was fine. It wasn't like an annoying building process. It was very simple, very quick. I did hate putting on the stickers. They do look bad, in my opinion, but that's partially my fault, partially their fault for making them clear back. But like the alignment, that's my fault. The fingerprints, that's on them. Anyway, now I'm going to build the other two, and I will probably film those, but they won't be part of this video. I will upload the Patrick one separately, and maybe the Squidward one can be uploaded like a few months later because I lose a bet or something. I don't know. I can't tell the future. That's a random guess, and I have absolutely no reason to think that. And just like that, here we have SpongeWard, Squidtrick, and SpongeBob, Squidward, and Patrick. I don't know what got into me there for a second. Patrick's build took the longest. I think he had the most, over 25 bricks. Like, it just says 25 plus, and I'm not going to bother counting them, but I'm pretty sure he had the most bricks. Neither of these two have stickers, so that's really cool. I really like the lack of stickers. They actually got prints, which really just raises the question of why it was necessary for SpongeBob, but whatever. Let's just take a look at all three of them closer up. So first we have SpongeBob, and I think he looks really funny, and as like a joke, this is really funny to own because it just looks so stupid. But like as an actual product, what were they thinking? Because he's just so wide. He is a flat screen TV. Like, he's 4 studs, and I really feel like if he would have been 3 studs wide, that would have matched this height and this scale a lot better. Like, look at him next to Patrick. He's so much wider. It doesn't make sense. I really wish they'd just shaved off an extra stud and printed these here. And then I think I would have been a lot more okay with it. But even so, there are still some other problems, like he doesn't stand very well. He does have posable feet, which is cool, but it also makes it very easy for him to fall over. And he actually kind of has to lean forward just a little bit to stand at all. His arms actually have good posability. You can do that. That's not bad. This piece they used to connect the arms is like a recreation of a Lego piece, but the shaping is just really weird. That's not really a complaint. I just wanted to point that out. Like, the Lego one's just rounded and this one's like, whatever you'd call that. I really just wish the stickers didn't go over 2 parts, and I wish they were printed, and I wish he was thinner. Also, the back is really unfinished. So, if you're looking for an actual good build, this is not it. Here we have Patrick, and I actually kind of really like this one. It's still terrible. Like, he doesn't stand either. You can see that he just falls over at the slightest touch. They really are so unstable with how they stand, and that's probably the biggest issue with all 3 of them. But, like, I don't care, because this guy, look at this boy, look at how wide he is. Like, his stomach is huge. I love it. I love the way that they did this. Unlike the big one of the Patrick, which just looks really awkward because they had to use multiple pieces and there's weird indents in the stomach, they can just do it with 3 pieces here, and I think that works a lot better. It does stick out probably further than it should, but it looks hilarious, and I'm perfectly okay with it. Unfortunately, his text on the back is probably the most noticeable of the 3, but other than that, I really just love him. Again, the face, like, there's an indent around here, and, like, that's bad, but it's also hilarious. So I think this one is the best one just because it's so funny. Last we have Squidward, and this guy is just an abomination. Everything they did with him is terrible. He's down to 2 legs, which, I mean, I don't know how they could have fit all 4 into a small build, but this just looks really bad, and his shirt is too long. They really should have just made this bottom piece the same color as his skin, because he doesn't have pants, and that's what it looks like in the show. But instead they gave him this really long shirt. He does have the arm posability like the other 2, and he does have the feet posability. But, like, I don't care, because he's so ugly. Look at this face. The eyes are printed, which is nice, but it forces them to be extremely small compared to his head. And then his nose looks terrible because of this connection point. And then if you look at it from the side, like, ew, it's disgusting. And then he just is completely flat on the back. They didn't even try to give him any of the shaping, and oh my god. Squidward also came with an entirely separate brick for the code to go on, because they couldn't put the code on a piece without it taking up 3 sides, because there's not a single big piece in the Squidward one to fit it on. So they had to do this, which is really weird. I hate this. I hate this one so much. I have such a burning hatred for this figure. So overall, I actually think these are okay. Like, the Squidward one is really bad. I would not recommend buying that one at all. But I don't think Patrick and SpongeBob are that bad. Like, Patrick is laughably bad, and because of that, I think it's worth buying him. Like, he's just so funny. But I don't really know how much these retail for. Like I said, I found mine on eBay for $13, so I don't know how much they're really worth. I guess that's up to you to judge. I'm personally happy with it because I enjoyed making this review, and I am happy to have this Patrick one in my collection at least. He is beautiful. However, the other 2, I don't know. SpongeBob's alright, but I hate this Squidward a lot, and compared to the big ones, it's kind of the opposite, where I feel like Patrick is the best, and the other 2 are just really bad, which is like the opposite how I feel of the big ones. If you want me to make a full video comparing the 2, let me know in the comments and I might do it. But for now, I guess that's my review. If you have the bigger ones, do you need these? Probably not. If you don't have the bigger ones, do you need these? Probably not. But if you want them for fun, I think they're fun, especially this guy. And he died. Well, bye. You can also put Patrick's face on the big one's leg, and if you got 2, you could give this one in total 3 faces. Also, Squidward looks like an elephant if you do this.